Feels bad.
At least everything's remote now, except
was
for my
just
new
thinking,
legend.
Todd, what
I'm
you could
just
do,
gonna-
you could shut the fuck up, Todd.
Yeah, alright, I might do that, to be honest.
I'm about to remove all your legends. You don't relax.
I'm just gonna assume that I'm gonna get a whole bunch of new legends during Annie.
How
and
many are you
so,
doing on Annie?
I want. Well, I want to see the limited pools first to see
How
how
many
deep
are
I
you
should
missing?
go. It was 8, and now it's 7 with Vivi or Rebecca. And then it'll
That's a
be 8
pretty,
with Kat.
yeah, it's a pretty decent amount, yeah.
I think I'm missing like 12.
Shit.
I'm not.
Are you still missing Stronghold Shanks?
Yes. I'm still missing V1 Shanks, bro.
You know what? I can't accept you missing 12 legends because I don't think you fuck with 12.
Wait, are you,
Bro, I need to check now. Oh no.
I could have sworn you got Shanks.
No, I got TSL, not Shanks.
That's sick, bro. Congrats.
Or which? Oh, there it is. OPT Legends GitHub. All right, let's do it live, boys.
Wake up, GitHub.
I have you. I have you. I have you. You don't have Shanks.
Warco's
fuck-
my oldest
I get
missing.
Shanks fuck with 12, 100%.
Shanks fuck with 12. Well, we know he fucked with 12.
Hey, that's what I'm saying though.
At the Reverie, bro. He was fucking with 12 big time.
He's like, I was like, and he just, yeah, bro. Shanks is evil, yo. Oh god.
I'm actually mad.
12, yo.
I'm actually mad they didn't drop news right before we recorded.
They don't care. They dropped news like 2 days ago. Like, bet here you go.
The Kaido banner should get dropped tomorrow, I would think. So we can see
Yeah.
the limited pools.
They don't drop news for our podcast, but they drop news for their live stream reveal. Shaking my head.
Bro, the best part about that whole live stream was we have no news, and legitimately they have no news.
Oh, right. This is the first podcast since the stream, right?
This is
Yes,
correct.
it is.
Oh, this is my first podcast back, right?
Shit,
Ah!
I didn't even add the live stream into the show notes at all.
Yeah, I was gonna
What
say.
happened?
I was
There's, like,
like
nothing to
just
talk
reading
about.
it Again.
I mean, we can brush over it, but yeah, there
we
wasn't
will
much.
we will talk about it.
Well, they brushed over it, didn't they?
I want to hear Knight's opinion on Global's fifth Annie.
He's just like, it's like, what's your opinion? Then he just like starts dying,
Yeah,
laughing.
they're pretty shit. Not gonna cap.
Dude, what's about Japan 6 Annie is gonna be like god tier freaking.
It better be
Sugo.
like the game's 6 fucking years old. That's too many years.
Yeah, and Global's 5 years old, and look at us.
Yep.
We're still stuck in it.
Wait,
bad.
you turned that into an emote, Jover?
Jeez.
Jover's weird, man. Jover
Let's
turns
go.
everything into emotes, dude.
Hey, I made that. I'm taking credit for that one.
Right, all right. All right, let's see how many I'm missing. I'm missing V1 Shanks.
Oh, I don't have it.
I'm
Where is
missing
it? Where is it?
Cracker. I'm missing Luffy Law. And I'm missing.
Wait, you don't have
Double-
Cracker?
No.
That's-
Oh.
I'm
that's
missing.
bad.
I'm missing double waifus. Oh, okay, I'm only missing like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 7. All right, it's
I
fine.
need to keep track of mine. Let me see if I can recall which ones.
Surely you can recall what legends you have.
Yeah.
You'd be bugging if you can't. Yeah. So podcast, boys.
Yeah, true.
You're
Back again,
keen?
Like we never left.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
Sanji-
pretty keen.
Sanji Joes was before the slashers, right?
It doesn't matter. Just go to the OPT. Just go to the website.
Nah, man, I can remember which ones.
Oh my days.
So you're not gonna get Bathsuit Carrot.
He's not wrong, bitch.
That's disrespectful.
I can't wait for you not to get. I cannot wait for you to drop a stack and still not get it.
Yeah, me too. I can't wait.
It's gonna just be an absolute rat.
That unit's hella good, by the way. That support's
I
nuts.
know.
Yeah, that's what it's good.
Damn.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess there's no other way to do it but going like, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Good, Great, Perfect, Ep.12. We out here. What's going on? What's happening? What's bad with it? Unfortunately, Dill ain't here. He had to go do some things. So he might pop in halfway through the ep. We don't know. But if he does, hey, that's dope. If not, sad to see Dill not be here. Big voice. Everyone needs to step up their game, please. But with Dill not being here, Todd is finally back. What's going on, Todd? How was your holiday?
Yo.
How's life been? What's going on, man?
Vacation was good. I felt like it was definitely a lot longer than what I, wished it was. I wish I was back a little sooner, but no, it was good. It was good to get away, and I'm just really happy to be back. Honestly, it's always good fun recording these podcasts. So
Always good to have you back,
Todd,
my man.
back.
Did
Yeah.
you Did you catch the coronavirus while you were on
Oh,
vacation?
okay, see, like,
Yes.
bro, I was like,
Oh
Bruh.
my god.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of the intro, and this guy comes in and just says, "Hey, yo got corona."
Yeah, break the ice, man.
Well then,
Elephant in
since
the room.
Job has jumped on in, what's going on, Job? How you been, man?
What's up? Pretty good. Just waiting for Annie.
And he's coming up. We getting keen, boys. Cobb, my man, what's popping with it?
Oh man, I'm just enjoying the hell out of these free multis. I don't know about you guys, but
Bro,
I'm
Cobb's in his
going pretty
pocket
well.
this year, man.
Dude, I
Cobb-
just
Yeah,
had a really
2020,
good one.
bro.
You're going crazy. And then the man himself, Nightmare JP.
She.
Oh shit.
He's here. He's here. Night is here. Dude, this guy does the 30 gem multi, pulls a new unit, calls it a day. You know what I'm saying? He might be one of the lucky 30 gem multi doers himself. But without further ado, this ep is going to go, I think it's going to be pretty decent lengthwise. JP got a whole bunch of stuff. Global got a whole bunch of stuff. But more specifically, we finally know what Kizuna Koala does. And then she came with a limited rare recruit Bella Betty. There's this new sweet party ranking event, which is quite interesting itself. Stampede content finally coming back, which is amazing. New supports, a 6+ Marco, like about time. He's finally potentially getting 6+ if we haven't been debated. Joba's favorite unit of all time in the history of the universe is getting a bath time support version, which is just in itself. And then there's a few other things I wanted to talk on with JP as well, but we'll get into that when we do. Global just when I was writing this podcast plan, the plan was very small, and then Global said bet, and then they just pumped out a whole bunch of content
Boy,
for us.
did they ever.
Shout out Bandai for doing that for us again. So we have I want to start all the way back, if you guys didn't remember, the 10-hour maintenance and talk about the Twitter transparency and, you know, just have a discussion on why that's a good thing and what like can be done going forward. Fifth Annie's here. I don't know if we just want to go into all of Fifth Annie content or we just want to discuss Fifth Annie in general. And then if we get time, we'll go into some discussion points if we do get time today. And then there's some questions as well that we will get into also. Without further ado, let's get into some Japan stuff. All right, Kizuna Koala and limited rare recruit Bella Betty.
Oh, their artwork is really good.
Yes,
They-
that's
they-
it.
They work together really well.
They
If I
are very
remember.
good. That koala
Yeah.
is very strong, and that Bella Betty is pretty good as well. Like it's a decent combo, and I mean like the choice. I mean like all this whole encompassing part that Japan's going on at the moment is like the Valentine's event. So there's a lot of waifus, air quotes, whatever, of like you know. Is she what?
Is she the first free to play like perfect orb manipulator? Like just gives everyone matching orbs, including block. I don't know if I've seen that in a free to play character before.
Doesn't Basil Hawkins do that? Treasure
That's
map?
right. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
And there's
shut the fuck
also-
up, Joba.
Oh my god!
I don't remember.
Oh my god.
Man, I don't look at TM units more than like a month ahead of time.
Dude, the thing I love about Knight being here is Knight is just a check for Joba every time.
I bet.
It's the perfect combo.
God
But
damn, dude.
they're good. Like the koala's good. Like the more free to play, like strong units we get in the game, the better. More Kizuna stuff is dope as well. I mean, like, what do you actually? This is good. Like off the top question. What do you guys think? Like now the global's on like the nerfed rewards and JP's been on the nerfed rewards for like 30 years. Like, what do you guys think after like doing a few more Kizunas now? What do we think about these like this reward system? Do you think it can be changed, improved, like
they definitely
balanced
need to
out?
improve it. I think it's dumb, especially because like they expect. I don't know if they expect, but they put out those banners every month for the Kizuna. It's like, oh, if you pull this new unit, it makes Kizuna like really easy. And like I don't like the fact that they expect people to pull on those banners and then they have shitty rewards. Like I don't get why they just can't go back to the first set of rewards in the very, very first Kizuna, because like that first Kizuna was so crazy.
Yeah.
And every endgame player loved it. And then from that point onwards, they changed it. I mean, I would like it if maybe even twice a year or something, they just reintroduced that type of Kizuna where
It's
it was
called like
easy.
a grand Kizuna. It's
Yeah,
like it
Super
has
Kizuna or something.
yeah, it has
Yeah.
a specific name where it's like half the pool, but like the pool is full of like gems and tablets and stuff. Or I think to balance it even, how about just give us more medals per run?
Yes,
You know,
please. Holy
Like
shit.
I don't know why I can air quote it as a bug. Like I doubt it is, unless my luck was just atrocious the whole time. But I think I averaged 11 tokens and 1 ticket every single potion, like every single like Kismet stamina. It was very odd. Every single time I ran it, 11 tokens, 1 ticket, and then when I did 55 tokens, 5 tickets every time without fail. It was
Yeah,
very
I was getting about that or less than that on the 5s.
like it's just
I was
not
getting down.
it's not okay. It's not enough tokens, that's for sure.
Maybe
So
like
I did-
lower the stamina time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I did a real quick fact check, and Hawkins does not change block orbs. Just gotta
Oh
say.
shit!
Oh,
yeah. Suck a dick, everyone.
Oh, I bet. Bet. Okay.
Also, the World Clash Ace is pretty good too. He does it.
Oh, there you go.
Fuck.
Yeah, suck a dick, Jover.
Yeah, fuck
no,
you, Joe.
hold on. He doesn't change block orbs either.
Wait, doesn't he? Oh, he doesn't.
Oh
Ah,
shit,
suck a dick,
Joe is
Todd.
Oh, man.
Joe is
Alright,
pocket today.
What about
Down
Treasure Map
your
Big
way.
Mom Kappa?
All right, this is the whole podcast now.
Oh, wait, no, fucking Coliseum Neko.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
it
you
does.
need-
That requires
that requires the deep
Oh, okay, dude. Okay.
All right, Joe in his pocket today. All right, Joe is in charge.
Yeah.
All right, man. You
All right.
run this.
What's our next point? What are we talking about next? All
What
right.
do you mean? You're in charge. You should know what we're talking about now. There's a big ass event happening right now on JP. You wanna
Wait, does
skip
Raid
it?
Cracker count?
I was going to say Raid Cracker. Surely Raid Cracker counts.
Yeah, kind of. I think you.
All right, fact check it. And you get back.
Doesn't fucking matter. Let's move on.
So, Knight, you want to tell us about this ranking event JP's getting, the Sweetie ranking event?
Yeah, I don't know anything.
It's cool as fuck. It's like the Wano event one, but it's with waifus, so it's cool.
I wanna hear it.
Wait,
And
is
then-
it-
Yeah, a lot.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a blitz battle.
it's a Bliss battle.
Okay.
There are point boosted units, there are point boosted units. Knight did manage to pull the Brulee from 30 gem, which is like pretty dope in itself. But what
Got
was
some
interesting
elite
here, and I might be wrong, so if someone wants to fact check me, by all means. I think they mentioned that top 5k get a legend from past 12 months on JP,
That's
which
true.
is really good.
that's
Because
hella
generally JP is like top 3k. Like they kind of like it's kind of sliced off in comparison to global. Global has a little bit more like padding, a little bit more leeway when it comes to it. But top 5k recent legend, very doable for
That's
JP,
really
which is good for them because like the last 12 months on JP have been kind of wiling. And then I think Todd, you mentioned in one of your videos, like I think with globals, like the potential rewards for globals Act 2 for 1.0, how they've kind of like shaved off the fat for like those higher ranking with those legends.
Yeah.
JP's kind of in that same field now. They've kind of like removed a lot of those like more terrible legends, and then that 12-month ticket's gonna be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That was so overdue as a change.
Yeah, they needed to do it way earlier than what they've
Yeah.
done, but it's nice.
I
that
can
it's
just
more
start doing
common.
like 6 months, like for
I mean,
real,
To
really
be
get
quite
into
honest, like that type of red ticket should be the 7 mil point reward on treasure maps.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you should
I
at
was
least
about
get
to say
one.
the same thing.
Should get one.
100%.
It would
The
make a
ticket
lot.
pools are so diluted now because there
Yeah.
are so many
Yep.
legends in the game that you have such a slim chance of pulling anything remotely good.
Mm.
Facts.
Which is an issue in itself.
Even reds.
Getting red, all the reds suck in this game.
Yeah.
This game doo-doo, bro.
I mean, I
Is
used to get so excited seeing a red poster back in the day.
I don't care anymore. I'm like, show me my
Unless it's
Lucci and
extended,
move
I don't
on.
It's all,
Yeah.
it's if anything now, it's just more disappointment.
For real. I see a red, I'm like, oh, that's probably Lucci again. He's
Yeah.
back.
It's fucking another big one, V1 Big Mom.
Dude,
Oh,
it's
that's like
time.
that bit.
Nah, isn't it V2 Kid for you? Your favorite,
No,
your favorite legend in the
was,
game?
it was until like I'd carry it, and now it's just Big Mom over and over and over. Yes,
Makes sense for you. You do love your waifus. Anyway, so the Stampede content's finally making a comeback, which is like again another overdue thing. I think JP is kind of like looking at all their assignments, like, oh shit, it's the end of semester, and I haven't turned in a single assignment yet. So they're trying to bring everything back, which is and trying to improve a lot of things. But the return of Stampede content's great. For people that pulled bullet and could never farm these skulls, that I believe they have the opportunity to do that again. I'm not 100% sure if they even mentioned that. We
I
kind
hope,
of
I hope they do.
kind of assumed that with the return of Stampede content, that Bullet Skull Island would also return.
Especially on JP specifically. Like, I feel like there's way more people on JP that have bullet that just not super evolved. Whereas like on global, we kind of know that like, oh, okay, this island's not going to be here for a while. Make sure to farm it up. So I feel like
100%.
on
Is that
global,
not
it'd
an
be a bit better.
unlockable quest?
No.
No.
That is terrible.
Well, the thing is with Global made a lot of those Skull Islands unlockable quests. JP didn't, I don't
I think
believe.
I think
how
they are
should
now.
be.
I think they are
should,
now.
Yeah.
So like I
Oh.
would assume Global would probably bring it in, like the Skull Island would be brought in a lot earlier than JP would.
Time locking content like that's crazy to me. I think that's such a big oversight.
Yeah, especially to evolve a character. Like what?
Well, yeah, like I was missing that one armored rainbow lobster, and I couldn't evolve my Stampede Luffy when I pulled him.
Wait, you can't buy them from
No,
Raven?
no, they're not
available
they're,
yet.
They're
Bruh,
coming out
come
soon,
on.
but they're not available yet, which is so stupid. Like, why would you time lock content?
It's really
like that?
dumb as
That's
well because
crazy.
like all of the characters in the Kaido batch need rainbow lobsters as
Exactly.
well to evolve, and it's like where are they? Like someone mentioned that they might be added to the Rayleigh shop on the day of Kaido Sugo,
feel
but
like
I
they
haven't seen
will.
any confirmation on that.
I feel like they should, and I feel like it's also like it's an issue because when content comes out like this kind of stuff, everything should get updated alongside it.
Correct.
So it should like you guys. We need we need those rainbow lobsters and such. All right, update the Ray shop when
Yeah.
it comes out, so you can also.
I feel like the devs probably just forgot about it. To be
Yeah,
honest,
and that's
me
an
too.
issue though. 'cause you can't
That's
just put-
bad though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they forgot
Only
about Pooh
12
Annie
months.
for like 2 weeks, and then they remembered, oh shit, we have to put the campaign in the game.
Yeah,
the devs,
you know what I
the
mean?
devs definitely fuck with 12.
because I got
Oh my God.
I got my rainbow lobster from Crocodile Chopper Man missions from the raid. But you imagine
Oh.
if you're a new player who just got their brand new Stampede Luffy to start off their account, they're like, "This is great."
First
They
of all, you're doing it
won't be
wrong.
able to evolve
Get a
them at all.
bullet instead.
Well, yeah, facts, but you know, what I mean.
Even then, you can't even super evolve from bullets.
Exactly,
So yeah,
exactly.
get
You
Stampede
can't-
Luffy.
You're fucked. You're just fucked. If you're a new player, you just get fucked.
Oh my God.
Bandai ain't fucking with you.
But I think there was a comment on like our last ep that was just like, why did you guys mention like, oh, if you can't farm, then pull more or get good? And I was like, fuck, we're a bad influence to the.
That was sarcastic, right?
No, not at all. All right, so I want to kind of look into like, so continuing on. So one thing I want to say that I really love about the JP Twitter, the OPTC, that they release these like images. They do it in big batches, like 6 to 8 images, and it's all like relating to the content that's coming out every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the new one, we're getting a bunch of new supports, which is like in itself amazing. 2 of the ones that they highlighted themselves, 6 plus Sabo, 6 plus Lucy, whatever the hell you want to call it, and Dex Kanjuro, both pretty decent supports, all in all.
Yeah.
Just a quick overview. Sabo, if you get special rewound, it reduces special cooldown of that character by 3 turns. And then Kanjuro is, I believe Dex Kanjuro is essentially like Lafitte, more or less. You know, he reduces bind, silence, and by 2 turns, which is really good. That's awesome. Like more supports, obviously, it's gonna be better for the game in itself. But I think I want to harp on the point a little bit more of the fact that JP is using Twitter a lot more to do this kind of stuff. I mean, they've been doing it for a while, but I really enjoy it because it gets people excited, and especially with the next topic of 6 plus Marco. I mean,
Hell
from
yeah.
what we can see, and I believe it's pretty much guaranteed. But holy shit, 6 plus Marco, that bitch, 30 years old, he pulling up. But finally, 6 plus Marco. Any speculation, thoughts, opinions? What do you think we're getting?
Just before that, I appreciate the hell out of these roadmaps. These are this is the best thing they've done social media wise for a very long time.
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
Keep doing that, Bandai.
Please. All right.
I want Marco to heal through anti-heal, where you get
Ooh.
RCV bind, and then
Ooh.
200 times your RCV, and then he does 5 times orb boost, and if everyone
I was getting into this shit. I was like, all right, this is kind of good. And
Even
then
the 200 times, I was like, man, that's a little high.
The man said 5 times orb boost. I said, run it back, bro. No, but like, I could definitely see them doing something like that where he can just heal, like period. Like, there's nothing that kind of like negates him from being able to heal whatsoever. That'd be really interesting.
There's not much that they need to do to Marco to actually make him like really good. Honestly,
His
like
special's already insane.
yeah, he's
I
already.
think they're gonna
really
buff the
good.
captain a lot in this 6 plus. I feel like it's gonna be like some like they might even side grade it, to be honest with you.
Bro, we need more quick
That
and
dude's
silent
a shit.
captains. They're really good.
We just need more Marcos. He's slept on. this 6+ marker is gonna be a side grade. It's gonna be like 2.5 times orb boost, and it reduces HP to like 1. So it works with 6+ Whitebeard.
Ooh.
There you go. That was off the top of the head. Hold on,
That was pretty spicy. That was pretty spicy.
Actually, what if they release 6+ Marco because they're going to release the Super Evolution for Whitebeard?
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
That's why Todd is Bandai.
Detective
Confirmed.
Toadski.
Detective Toadski on the case. That makes a lot of sense, actually. I can see that happening for sure. For sure. All right, Joe, but take the spotlight. Go for it, mate. Go wild. It's all you, mate. Go do it.
Wait,
Talk what you want
what's
to talk.
next?
What do you think? What do you
think's
Why would I
next?
give you the spotlight? I'd never give you the spotlight. In
All right,
podcast
support carrot. Oh shit, do we have what she does? All right, let me go look it up.
Bro, you should have
Oh,
memorized
come
this
on,
one.
man.
know
We
what
should
she does.
fucking know.
Fake
The only
fan.
thing, the only
Fake
thing I'm
fan.
looked at
Yeah.
is
All
that
in favor
artwork.
of
You think
all in favor of
think-
skipping.
you think I could possibly look at anything else once I look at that artwork? I can't even scroll down.
Nah, fake fan.
Fake fam.
Nah, she like man, I
I've
don't
got
know
it
what
here.
the fuck she does.
I'll post
What
a
do you?
picture.
Oh
so-
my god! Read the picture. Wait,
Yeah.
this guy
Oh
sucks.
shit, you posted it.
This guy
Man, I'm over here
sucks.
doing some polls, man. I gotta.
What are you
I gotta give
doing?
myself some free time. All right.
Go. Come on.
She's all right. All right. Her captain useless, special useless. Now support. She's a support character, so pretty much that's the only part that you look at. She supports Nami, Wanda, and Chiffon. Wanda, you don't ever really use Wanda. You know, Chiffon, she has one good character. Nami, she's got several good characters. Adds 8% base stats to the supported character's base stats and reduces enemies' increased defense up by 2 turns each time the supported character hits a perfect. That's pretty good. That's similar to Beppo, right? I think except he reduces threshold.
Threshold.
Yep.
Yep.
It's
And he's
really
only by
good.
1 turn.
These
Oh
are
shit, that's true.
Fantastic
That is
support.
excellent.
That is really good.
Very strong.
And now, of course, the best part about this unit, as we all know, boy, that
All
all.
right, okay.
How do they give a legend tier artwork to a support rare?
Okay, relax.
They know what they're doing. This is the only way that people are
No,
gonna pull
okay.
for this shit.
I want to do because me and Cobb did this with Bullet. We set in stone we're gonna pull Bullet, and we did it in the podcast. So Joe, but clearly this. How many multis?
All the
did you get
multis.
carrot?
Every
No.
multi
I need
necessary.
a number. I need a price. I need a
No
number.
numbers.
I need
Until I get her.
Oh
Absolutely.
shit! All right,
Well,
bet.
I'm
It-
prepared.
It's most effective
I'm
though
fully prepared.
if you apply this character to the dual unit Nami Robin, so you got to
Yes,
pull that as
sir.
well.
All right, Joe,
Easy.
but you're on a mission. You got to pull Nami Robin, and you got to pull Carrot, and then you can have a bath. It's time.
Fucking
everyone's in the
Yeah,
bath.
you gotta stream your summons from the bathtub.
I bet
Bro,
actually.
oh boy.
You know what? Shit. I might.
He's actually.
You heard
No,
me
that'd be
first.
sick. That'd be hilarious.
I
Right,
actually
you heard
might.
it here
Man, I'm doing it.
You heard it here first.
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh man.
But on
Demonetized,
Carrots.
but worth it.
who cares? You
No,
got
we'll make
banned
money.
already, but that's fine. That's besides the point. Anyway, on Carrot's unit and such, I want to talk about Bandai's laziness when it's coming to specials now. So
Yep.
Yeah.
when Bandai doesn't want to make a special, they generally what they do is they'll have a horizontal bar that shows the character's face, and then it does a vertical wipe outwards and shows the full art, and then it has I think like the name of the special below it as well. What are you guys' thoughts and opinions on this? Like, do you
I
think
fucking hate that.
I understand. I understand the hate, but people skip special animations anyway, so I don't really care.
I agree.
As long as the brand new legends have really
Yeah.
cool special animations,
Yeah.
I'm fine with it, honestly.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree with that completely. I think it's lazy.
Or-
Like it's easy to say it's lazy, but like imagine if giving every Fortnite unit.
Yeah, I'd
Like,
rather
the
them
kind of
invest their
special-
time in doing other things.
As long as
Yeah.
waifus have animations.
Okay. I mean, they're gonna always give waifus animation. But
Those-
they skipped
Not
yours
this
though, so
time.
it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm a little upset.
The themed ones like Valentine's Day and stuff, then maybe it's fine.
You know what? You know what it always is though. It's like a pan across the character's body, and then they smile at the player.
Yeah,
that's it.
that's it. Yeah,
That's every waifu.
it's
That's-
probably actually not that hard to animate that kind
Isn't
of
that
thing.
what you want though? Like
Yeah, you
someone
probably
Yeah,
not used to
I
having
guess.
them smile at you, right?
Oh,
Me and Cobb did the exact same thing.
shit.
Bro, poor German man. He's back in my pocket again. But I don't know. Like, I think because I'm like comparing it to like Dokkan, like far out. That Gogeta and Vegito, like,
Oh man,
This special's gonna go
holy
over the top.
but like,
No, I think it's not it.
but like, it makes it more enticing.
But the thing is, you can't skip their animations anyway.
Yeah,
So
so
you
you're
have
forced to
to
watch it.
Yeah.
You can like speed them up, right?
Yeah,
Or-
they go to
Sometimes.
2
Yeah.
times.
But
yeah.
it still looks fucking sick. Like it's you watch it every time. You're like, this is dope. Like
if One Piece Treasure Cruise increased the quality of their animations and put it to 2 times speed, would you?
no, I'll skip it. Fuck that. I gotta go
You still
fast.
skip it? All right, bet.
I gotta go quick. I gotta farm stuff.
Yeah.
Like I ain't got all day to sit around. One run in Dokkan takes 30 minutes. One run in OPTC takes 1. Like
That's true.
I want to get 30 runs done. Call it a day. Get my gem and dip.
Get my gem and dip.
I ain't farming that content again if it's Fortnite content. Get out of here, bro. For real. All right, well that's Japan. Japan didn't have much going on, but like this Sweetie Party event thing's pretty cool. It is that Blitz battle ranking system we all hate, where it's point based, and then units are boosted. But
yeah, RNG based on drops. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
so
off.
when Trunks comes back and I fight him again, I'm gonna get fucked again.
yes, this is correct. You never beat Trunks. That is 100% true.
But yeah, like on JP, like they've got this event happening now. They got Marker coming out, but after that, we don't know what's coming next.
Which
so-
is really interesting because I think
actually something that I do want to say is at the end of the last treasure map on JP, wasn't there the ticket where you get a summon for certain characters?
Yeah,
Was that
it's gonna be
for-
on the Sigma Fest after this one.
Oh, so
So
it wasn't for these
Ooh.
waifu characters. It's for a new batch.
Yeah, it's gonna be the one like right after.
Yeah, okay. I can see something big happening soon then, potentially. I hope so.
and then also there is no from what I know, there is no a TM unit confirmed still.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Which is very interesting. So there
that's
might
exciting, actually.
there's a lot of stuff to go there with a new batch coming out. For sure that shit's gonna go crazy.
I
If
mean,
they're
V2 Blackbeard's
pre-advertising
going to
it.
make sense at this point.
Yeah, V2 YB6 plus, but like I feel like they're gonna release a whole ass new batch.
Yeah, I can see them doing V2 Blackbeard.
Yeah,
With Lucky's crew.
Yeah.
V2
That'd be cool.
Blackbeard, and then they can release 6 plus V2 Whitebeard, and then also release 6 plus Marker for a whole ass event of Marineford.
Marine
The end
Ford
of,
again.
like the end of Marineford, and they could do a blitz between blitz or something like that between Whitebeard and Blackbeard, even though Whitebeard's dead. But they could probably still do that. Like that'd be interesting in itself. Or some sort of event, kind of like the Luffy Katakuri one, where like you farm particular content, it earns points for one side or whatever. But for sure, it'd be interesting. I reckon V2 Blackbeard is a good shout at the moment for the next JP Legend. It just makes sense in the current timeline.
And if it happens and it's confirmed they listen to us.
No, it's just confirmed we know everything.
Shout out to those guys.
That's it.
Shout out to those
Hey,
guys.
shout out to those guys.
Yeah,
Rest-
shout out to them.
Rest in peace, man. But
Oh,
one
man.
thing that I didn't add into the show notes is our thoughts and opinions on the live stream. First of all, Knight, did you watch the live stream, or you said nah?
No, I watched it. I was trying to get a prize, but
This man, steal my prizes, bro.
Oh, shout out to Solaris.
Yeah, Solaris won. Shout out to
Yeah,
that guy.
hell yeah.
Not
Shout-
one.
Shout out to that guy.
Freaking Splashman won again.
Slash one again, which is cap. That
What the heck?
Nick
fucking
Nick
rude.
fuck with 12. That's on gang.
Splashman's actually Bandai Spy. Confirmed.
Oh,
100%.
actually, shout out to Rose again, by the way.
Oh my god.
No.
Just wanted to say.
I already put Rose on blast enough in the person. If you
Yeah, that's
watch,
facts.
if you watch the reaction,
Yeah,
I already
that's
put
facts.
Rose on blast for about an hour.
Uh.
So I'm not gonna roast him any more than he needs to. But he knows
Alright, that's fair.
that boy ain't ever getting back on the podcast, bro. Actually, you know, I take it back. Next time there's a live stream, Rose. get on the pod, bro.
We
Nah, but
need
for
the
real.
clout, bro.
I think overall production quality improved. I like the background was really cool. I loved the whole setup was quite unique and quite nice. Also though, if you haven't watched it, go ahead, watch the live the reaction. There was a bunch of us, a bunch of the Discord friends as well, Dynasty Gang. We're all there reacting to the live stream itself. So go watch that video. It's a pretty good video.
Yeah, it was fun.
And it was fun just to record our reaction live and just chat it up. You can hear how like all of us interact with one another and how much I bully everyone, but you all know that already. But I wanted to get into it because nothing happened. That's why we forgot about it in the show notes, or I forgot about it myself. Absolutely nothing went down.
An hour before the stream went live, they revealed all the info they were going to reveal in
That
the
is
stream
true.
in-game.
I
Like,
forgot about that too.
all the update
So
information went
annoying.
live. Like, what the heck? Oh,
They revealed
People were
it at
posting
break point,
infographics in the Discords where people were waiting for the stream to start.
which is the best part. 'Cause everyone's like,
So
"Oh,
dumb.
we're getting close, guys," and then it's like, "All right, Limit Break Plus is coming out. 9.4 is coming out. This and that," and they're like, "Oh, so 9.4 is coming out." And everyone in the chat's like, "Yeah, we know."
Yeah, we know,
Resident
bro.
Sleeper.
exactly.
But yeah, it's unfortunate that was for some reason that was their scheduling choice. I feel like they messed it up. I mean, like they would have had
that
to.
kind of been on purpose.
The main
because
problem of the stream was the fact that it was titled as the 5th anniversary stream, and they didn't really talk
there
about
was
the 5th
nothing
anniversary.
about the fifth
Yeah,
anime.
it was a
Yeah.
clickbait. They understand how to clickbait.
No,
So
it was.
We're gonna
Facts.
title this ep 5th Annie, so we can clickbait this year. No. But like they really did know how. They got it like a lot of people watched it. Surprisingly enough, like
Yeah.
I mean, not as many people as a Todd stream in terms of when Todd pulls on Annie this time. We could get like 35,000 people watching him.
Oh, bro, I wish.
Yeah, facts.
But nothing
Ouch.
happened. Unfortunately, so nothing happened. And I agree with you guys wholeheartedly. The fact that they put 5th Annie in the title and they said we can't reveal anything, or like we have some stuff going on, but like
it's not ready yet.
yeah,
They
we
couldn't
can't
even tell
say
us when it
okay.
was.
they couldn't even
All
show us
we learned-
Kizuna, which is like I mean, Todd and I was speculating a little bit on Kizuna. I can't recall what we were saying, but I think we were saying
We thought it was the Akano
we
boss
thought it
for
was the
V3
Akano one,
Kuzan, yeah.
but it's clearly not going to be because they did
Yeah.
announce Kizuna's return.
Actually, I think Kizuna's coming the same day as Kaido, I think.
He is. They are. Yeah.
I think it is. So we should get that announced
Oh.
tomorrow as well.
And I think that drops like the rice bale thing as well. So like,
Or does it?
Oh, really?
I think it does.
I think that's only on the Wano lore and
That
Zoro
is on the
thing.
one on Lawrence. I'm
Yeah,
going for
yeah,
first place. Fuck you. It's time.
No, it's better to go first place on the third act, so you can get
Do you
those
know?
2 tickets.
When you,
Yeah,
okay,
bro.
I'm gonna be 100 Todd. When you were making those vids, were you not aware that Yonko Clash happened at the exact same time for JP?
I don't think I just okay. So this is the way I think about it. So we've got the current event, which is going to be with Wano Law and Zoro and the Sugo Fest. That's the first part. Second part is Treasure Map with Hawkins. I can't see the third part being a blitz battle. I mean, it could be, but I just think that would be like the stupidest thing ever. Because why would they expect you to pull on Annie Sugo and then pull on Treasure Map and then a blitz battle Sugo like back to back to back? I think it's ridiculous.
you know what game we play?
Yeah, you know what company makes this
I
game?
understand that. I just think that would be the worst decision, honestly. That would be the worst decision.
People
but
would pull though.
it could be a thing. Plus,
But
the event's supposed to be going for like what, nearly a week. Blitz battles don't
Yeah,
go for a
dude.
week.
But then, like, if you looked at like the points on the website, it showed there was a scoring system on the website. And it was
Yeah,
drops.
that is true. Yeah.
And like the only way that I guess we know how that scoring system is incorporated is via Blitz Battle.
I don't know. I just can't see it being a blitz battle.
It's another
I
word
mean,
clash, boys.
Ooh, run it
Wait,
back,
what-
mate.
word
Hey,
clash?
hold
Yeah,
on,
bro.
hold on, run it back. That could work out timing wise. Big content coming out on JP. World clash.
Yeah, have a big
Mm.
marine forward world clash.
Oh, run it. Okay, bro. You heard it here first. GGP embargo off. We know what's happening. World clash has been confirmed.
I
No,
want
but
them to bring it back though. That was fun.
we should have an app where we discuss like a world clash system and how they could really incorporate again. But that's for the future.
I'll make it so the JP players only get half points per run.
Make it so Knight
Yep.
can't play.
Yeah.
Make it so
Okay.
Coruscant and Snaf King are banned.
There was like a
Yes.
conflict of interest there.
There is. We
100%.
should be able to vote as the global version. 3 players from Japan that we can put half points on.
Yeah.
Knight, Coruscant, Snaf King.
Done. We win.
TSF.
Probably
GG.
still lose.
Awesome.
Oh shit, TSF.
Yeah,
Alright,
TSF.
Sorry,
Oh,
Knight.
shit.
You're good.
Sorry.
Alright, give us 4. Give us 4. Quick. But if you guys want to hear us make a video, like a pure video on like World Clash or Kizuna or TM and our thoughts on how we could alter it, change it, let us know. We're kind of thinking of kind of expanding a little bit more and making other bits of content as well. So let us know down below. But any other thoughts and opinions on live stream before we head into the big boy news?
No.
Close but no
Yeah.
cigar, Bandai.
I like that we learned that Annie is at the same time every year. I never
Well, it's
noticed.
actually there is one thing, right? So we all know how the Treasure Cruise stream went, but Nick actually hosted a different stream
Gundam game.
Yeah,
a couple days
Gundam,
ago,
yeah.
the Gundam stream. I actually did watch that, and just comparing that stream to the Treasure Cruise one, you can see a huge difference because they had a Q&A session in the Gundam stream as well. And in that Q&A on the Gundam stream, they literally were answering questions about the game itself and future developments. And when you contrast that with the Treasure Cruise one, it just goes to show how much of a grasp the OPTC team have on, those
Can I just-
streams.
Can I harp on that point really quickly?
Oh,
The
mate,
Q&A from the live stream, what the fuck were you
I
guys
think-
thinking?
Hey,
What a joke.
that was so dumb.
We did find out that Nick sucks and he's back in East Blue. That's all we need.
Oh,
Like, it was so obvious that you'd already made the questions so you could avoid certain topics. It was so painfully obvious. I had
Yeah.
a real issue with that. I
mean,
might
I
just be
get it,
nitpicking,
but-
but I had a massive issue with that.
I think I mentioned in like the live stream reaction video. I said like, I guess you can blame chat a little bit because all the questions that were being asked is like, what's fifth Annie? Like,
yeah, a
and all
lot
that
of
kind
chat
of
questions
stuff.
were bad.
And I understand that, but in reality, like it was blatantly obvious that they had already prepped like some meme or joke questions. And like I think when you kind of say a live Q&A, people are eager to get stuff answered.
Yeah.
100%.
And
So
there were also some good questions. I just thought the whole thing of we're gonna have a Q&A, but you didn't have a Q&A was somewhat insulting.
100%. I totally agree.
Anyway,
It's unfair, but that's part of the course with Bandai.
exactly.
I think we could talk about. I mean, like we had a maintenance that went for 10 hours. That was kind of frustrating.
Oh yeah, that was annoying.
We did get 3 gems as compensation, which is above average. If you think the average is at like 0.1,
At least with the download, the download that we got was 5 gems though, which is okay.
that is true. But one thing I want to mention is Twitter transparency.
Yeah, that was
About
cool.
fucking time. Holy shit. When I saw that tweet, and then like I was like, Todd's made a alt account for Bandai or something like that. Tweet that out. But then I saw you retweeted it, and I was like, holy shit, it's a real tweet. And they said we're sorry, but then they ended up fucking it up and saying to be determined, which just hurt me even more. You like there's a way to go about it, and that was really not the best way to say to be determined. I don't know. That was my opinion. I feel like
it's actually really good that they did that tweet because it's funny, like watching the other Bandai games, like Dragon Ball Legends, Dokkan Battle, they legit will post when stuff goes wrong with maintenance. They'll even state that. And it's finally nice to see Treasure Cruise have done it as well.
And it's fine if stuff goes wrong with maintenance. Like I don't think people are going to complain if they're making the game better and they have to extend maintenance slightly. But we have never ever had any transparency on what's
5
actually
years
going
of
on.
global gameplay, and we've never had it.
Dude,
Even on JP, like JP hasn't said anything, like on their Twitter. Like
Yeah.
never once have they probably mentioned anything whatsoever.
and it doesn't have to be like, oh, there's a certain problem with this, and this is why we're fixing it. All they have to say is, there's something wrong. We're extending the maintenance. Thank you for your patience. That's it.
I agree. I think it's good. And I think transparency is important, and 5 years to do it, like about time. But like we appreciate it, and we hope that it does continue going forward.
We're
When
definitely
it comes to
definitely getting better in that regards of things.
It is, and especially because like after Gem Valley as well, they released a full like lengthy statement that was like 3 or 4 photos of like what they were like their problems, blah blah blah. And I think everyone appreciated the fact that they talked about it like that. And I think now they're getting a step in the right direction to be more transparent about issues or situations itself. But so respect in that regard. But again, 10-hour maintenance that sucked. But 5th anniversary, boys. Who is excited?
Ooh.
I'm ready to get shafted.
Knight can take a nap for about an hour here because it's gonna be purely global
Oh,
content.
just wait till 6 Annie, dude.
Bro,
It's gonna
6
be
Annie,
Knight's time to shine.
only Knight's talking during
Yeah,
6
dude.
Annie, dude.
Solo episode.
I can't wait. 6 Annie's gonna be nuts.
For real though. But in the show notes, I said 5th Annie's here and it's shit. But
No, it was.
It was because all we knew about it was a shitty Sugo and some islands were coming out. And that was about it. But I'm gonna go through everything. I think what we wanted to do was we'll quickly bounce through all of them and then we'll give our thoughts and opinions on the whole thing. So 5th Annie, I think generally with a lot of Annie campaigns now, they have a lottery or some sort of interaction, something like that. And the way they're doing this lottery is really interesting. And I really like it. The fact that it's 2 parts.
Yeah.
Plenty of winners as well. 25 people can win the 500 gems, I believe. And
yeah, 25 people, yeah.
and then
It's gonna be
you can win it on 2 parts. Joe, but you're not winning shit. I mean, I hope you do.
Oh,
No,
Don't
just
steal
kidding.
my
I-
gems, man. That's
I
my
bought my
gems.
way. I bought my way to the same amount of gems. So I'm
Okay,
fine.
this guy balling now. He's got a job.
Yeah, boy, new job.
He's got money. He ain't broke anymore.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, well,
Not spending it responsibly, exactly. But hey, we're pulling.
that's
We're
it.
going
We
ahead.
are indeed.
Hell yeah.
So pre-Annie. So generally before Annie is all, we have a countdown Sugo. You guys probably going to hear it at the pre-show. about what we've been pulling and stuff, but just quickly highlight best pulls from pre-Annie. Go.
Stampede Lucy.
I got new Vivi Rebecca.
V2 Katakuri.
Stampede Brooke. Anyway, what is one
Rest in
what,
peace.
what is one part that everyone was really like taken aback by was Sanji Pudding's return. The
Yeah,
Joy
that
unit
was-
that
that was
came
really
out
cool.
like a year ago. Like, I don't know. Actually, was it a year ago? It
They
might have
came
been a
out-
year ago.
When
I
did they
feel like
come
it was
out?
longer than that.
Nah, I don't think it was that.
All right,
long ago.
talk
I,
Who
I was
fact check
thinking
that
that
real
started
quick.
last year.
But
I'll have a
that
look.
so we've been given a bunch of free multis as part of this countdown, Sugo, and their rate is like 1%, which is like really crazy. But I don't understand why they haven't brought back these units like at any other time whatsoever. Like,
They came out in September.
Oh shit! Okay. I
oh
was
shit,
very
all
wrong.
right, we're all way out of the ballpark there. But like, I'm very surprised that they haven't decided to bring these back. Especially like, have they come out on JP yet?
No.
No.
Just in
Right
Korea.
now is the time though. Like the Valentine's events and stuff like that. Surely they would
Yeah,
have released.
Good call.
Yeah, I don't understand why Global even got the character in the first place.
It was
That-
very odd when it came
doesn't
out.
make any
Everyone was
sense.
like, okay, like it's interesting, but I mean,
okay.
yeah, but like hopefully everyone pulls them because like they're not going to come back for another like 9 months anyway.
Yeah,
as,
most likely.
as we can tell. But Fifth Annie is coming. I put out a tweet. It's probably like the best tweet I've ever written. Don't pull. This is my opinion. No, but seriously though, Annie is gonna go. Annie has been improved tenfold just by the pure fact of we got a campaign finally, and the campaign goes kind of crazy. You have your usual stuff, like I said. You have a lottery. We do get a free multi on Kaido, which is dope. Bunch of login gems. We get some new units. Kizun is back. TM Mihawk. Boosted ships. We're all going crazy with EXP2.
You know what
Yeah.
shit though? That free multi that doesn't have 3 times legend rate.
That is interesting as well, but
Mhm.
interesting in the sense that it's dumb.
Yeah.
It's very ignorant on Bandai's part. I mean, like, obviously you don't want to give 3 times legend rate, and then someone like the majority of players pull Kaido from that
Yeah.
free multi and not spend any money on the actual Sugo itself. But in reality, I feel like it makes no sense that they wouldn't just be 3 times legend rate. But that's I don't know, man. It's an odd decision on Bandai's
Stingy.
behalf to do that. It's very stingy. I mean, they want money. Game's dying, as according to a lot of people, for some reason they think so. But
Don't know about that.
I don't know about that one. They're making some steady cash, especially with the fifth Annie and all the good stuff that's coming out too. I think it's going to entice a lot of people to start the game or even come back to it just for another set because a lot of gems
Yeah,
have been given away.
A lot of people are going to come back with a free Lucy after 7 days.
Bro, Lucy
Oh,
is free to play.
4 more
Lucy-
days that we get Lucy.
Yeah,
Lucy's
Lucy's
a-
now free to play.
Lucy
Yep.
is officially free to play. If you
If
see
I-
if Todd uses Lucy in a video, it's free to play. You didn't log in, you didn't get him. That's on you. Lucy
Yep.
is free to play. That's it. That's all it is.
If anyone says replacement for Lucy, I'm running up.
For real, it's free to play. Why didn't you have him? They gave it to everyone. But I think like people are speculating a lot that Lucy's release was kind of in time with his 6+ that might come out. I
That
think
would be
like
sick.
that's
That
potential.
would be very
But I
cool.
feel like they released it because the remembering pops the Fortnite drops Legend Lucy books. That's my opinion. I feel like that's why they're giving it out because it's part of the whole campaign with 5 times skill up. You get a good legend that they have skill books for from running the Fortnite. I think that's probably why they did hand it out.
Maybe.
I think it's a throwback to the last great Annie, which was third Annie.
Bro,
What do you mean? Last year
Last
was
time-
good as.
It was
Yeah.
good, but I
Yeah,
was
bet-
way more excited for Lucy than I was for Quickbeard and Big Mom. To be
I
honest,
love how like Quick Beard's the focus of the Annie when he just
Quick
Like,
beat is just
No,
better.
I was
than
so
the other
excited
two.
for Quick Beard as well. I hated the other two.
for real.
I mean, at the time though, Lucy was like insanely game breaking.
Yes.
Lucy still is fucking strong.
Yeah, he's still fucking strong.
and
I,
that's
I, lit- I legit don't even remember the last time I used V1 Big Mom, to be honest.
Never. Fuck,
Like,
I think maybe like
Okay.
during a TM at some point potentially.
I don't
Like a
even
captain
know.
for-
I will. Okay, her support is nuts.
Yes.
10%'s dope.
Her support I use like nearly every team, just about.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
all
Yeah.
she's just support bait. That's about it.
Yep.
But once
Alright,
you max
let's-
that though, bitch.
10%.
let's get into this
Good.
this website. The website's generally the best part about any content because as soon as you know there's a website as part of content or a campaign, you know it's going to be a pretty decent campaign overall.
Yeah.
The Paradise Rice farming event, random out of the blue. I think anyone had, and this is a ranked event as well. So it's not a blitz, but it's like each rice that drops gives certain amount of points, and the person with the highest points obviously gets a pretty decent reward in itself. Top 10 specifically, get a legend from September 2016, September 26th, 2019 until now. So that's a lot of good legends that are available.
Is that Luffy and Law till now?
Yep.
I think it's Luffy
Something
Law
like
or
that.
it's the
Oh, it
one
might be a
before
bit
them.
before it.
I think it might be Mihawk.
Yeah,
Oh, like the
Sword
V2 slashes. Yeah, the
I think V2
slashes.
But even then,
That's
V2
crazy.
slashes until now, every legend's good. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like far out. Like that's a good. I mean, only top 10. Which like, you know, if you're gonna get top 10, you gotta go crazy for this event. But geez, that's a good ass ticket in reality. And there's a whole bunch of community. I think it was like 10 or 15. Excuse me, 10 or 15 gems. For every like community rewards, I think it was, which is like obviously going to be dope. You get 15 gems from logging in, bunch of community reward gems. You're going to get plenty of gems from this whole campaign event as well.
So from September, that's only 9 legends.
Whew.
Yeah, that's
Man, better than some of the limited pools on the Sugo.
Facts. Actual facts.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the Sugo talk till last.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Bet.
So, yeah
let's
do that.
Just so we can get angry at the very end of the podcast.
All right.
I also really do like that we get it. So the way that it's structured, you haven't seen the website, but if you haven't seen it, go check out the website because it is really cool. It looks great. Everything looks dope, and just read up on the events or just watch Todd's video. That too. So it's split in 3 acts. From what we know, the Paradise Rise event is Act 1. The TM Hawkins is rank 2, and then this coming soon event is rank 3. We don't know what it is yet. We can speculate that it could be the Yonko Clash or some sort of blitz battle, but we're not 100% sure. Like we said, Paradise Rice farming event. Mentioned that you farm a bunch of stuff, get some drops, you get ranked based on points. TM Mihawk is just community based. So the amount of times Hawkins, is defeated, we get I think it's 700k times defeated. We get a guiding key, which is dope. They're getting a free guiding key.
That is pretty good.
It's going to be great just to have one, so you can use that immediately to plus a lot of good units. But one thing that I want to get into is, what do you guys think? I think we mentioned it obviously a little earlier, but what do we really think is happening with this coming soon event? Any thoughts, speculations, theories?
Damn drinking? I don't know.
Like what could it even be at this point? Because like the thing is, it has to be an event that goes for a decent amount of time. Because
it was a week.
It's going to be between. I think the event will probably start on the 9th or the 7th. I think the 7th the banner will go live because I think the 7th is when the treasure map stuff ends. So there has to be a new banner then. But then as for when the event starts, I think it mentioned somewhere. I don't remember where I saw it. The 9th, maybe.
I think I read the 9th as well. Something along those lines.
The 9th is when the banner starts. One of the two. And then that goes to the 16th. So it's about a week, right? So I don't know. I have no idea.
I feel like it's a blitz. I feel like it might be Yonko Clash. It would make sense.
I just think the time doesn't fit, honestly.
When was Yonko Clash in JP? Was it right after Annie? Oh, sorry,
it was
after
very
the
close.
Event?
I was looking at the IDs for characters. Like I saw like 6+ Katakuri, and then the Yonko Clash was with him.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, we don't know what it is to be, but the thing that makes me speculate that it's going to be a blitz is just the point, like the way they've highlighted the ranking system, or like the point system. It's basically the exact same way that they did
I did look on the Japanese website for the game. The drops that were available during the Yonko Clash are different to the drops that are available in this island, though. The drops are completely different.
Then what could it be? Could it be like... see, I have no idea, because it's a ranking event of some sort.
Yep, there's community rewards and ranking rewards.
And then on those ranking rewards specifically, Luffy, Taro, and Zorojiro just said, hey, we're pulling up.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
That was out of left field. I don't think anyone expected that you could get a ticket that is a chance to pull them. But that's crazy. Like
that is crazy.
It is like There's a lot of reds for those top places, isn't it? Like it's like 7. There's like heaps of reds for those top places. If you like,
It's gonna be super competitive.
like rank 1, 2, and 3 is gonna
Is
go
it
crazy.
top 1,000 just to get one?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think it was more generous than that.
Act
I mean, like
3.
I can't
one
remember.
that includes Luffy and Zoro,
Oh,
and then you get another
mm.
one. I think.
So it says info updates on March 7th for Act 3. So I don't know.
Okay. So we'll have to
Um,
wait. Really.
Where's the rewards here?
5th
PPP.
anniversary, Act 3.
we're doing it live, by the way.
Ranking will be determined based on the position at time of March 16th.
Yeah, so if you're in the top 1,000, you get one ticket, which will include Luffy and Zoro, and then you also get another red, which can include any red. So that if you get a ticket that includes Luffy and Zoro, you'll obviously get delivered that ticket when they're released at a later date.
I think they're just gonna drop it, and then they just might put it in the game.
They might just drop it.
I feel
Well,
like
the
there's.
thing is,
I
though,
think
is
it's
why
gonna
would they
be
give you a ticket for Luffy and Zoro if the banner's going to be in part 3 Luffy and Zoro? That doesn't make sense.
Do you think they're gonna release Luffy Zoro that early?
No.
I feel like
the timing doesn't work.
I don't know. I feel like what they're gonna do is they're just gonna. It's a chance. Like how high is the chance in reality?
It'll be
Probably-
like equal rate with every other legend, most
Do you
likely.
think so? I don't think so. I think it's gonna be hella low. I think they can't
Maybe,
have that
yeah.
many.
Okay, so you're thinking it's worse than what I think.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
like I
I
think
don't think it'll be good.
I think they're just doing that to entice people to go crazy with this event.
Oh,
I
people
feel like-
definitely-
Because like I couldn't see them like randomly popping up and saying, "Here's a red ticket from 5th Annie, and your chance to pull Luffy Zoro now." in the
It's
release.
so weird.
Oh,
I don't know
imagine-
why they're doing it.
Imagine
I
them
don't-
dropping. They're dropping it early, like a sneak peek. That's fucking crazy.
No,
Maybe
but the other thing that's weird as well is it doesn't mention Sober Mask.
that's what I think you mentioned in your video. I think
Yeah.
that they might actually do that where they separate them. And Luffy Zoro. Honestly, here we go. Here's all right, everyone.
Tinfoil
Tinfoil
hats.
hats
Yeah.
on,
Yep.
boys.
Here
We're
we
going.
go.
We're going in deep. I feel like this is a Blitz event, and it's going to be a banner that has Luffy Zoro on it. I know that
That's a-
sounds crazy.
That's a big
But
call.
I feel like there's a high chance that they do that because, like you mentioned, the rewards are different to the Yonko Clash. Second of all, it wouldn't make sense to put the Yonko Clash Sugo right after TM. However, putting Luffy Zoro there means that people will actually buy gems and will pull for that unit.
What?
Plus,
Actually,
they don't
what-
have to release the batch with it alongside it because they can release that with Sober Mask.
what event came out when Luffy and Zoro came out?
Oh God, Knight, do you remember?
So it was. Let's see.
It was a Blitz, wasn't it?
a Wano Blitz.
It was, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Bro, we might have just dissected this whole
Crack
thing.
the code.
I feel like they might release them separately, which in itself is dumb, but
Yeah, that's fucking lame. But
like it does make sense.
it
'Cause people
guarantees.
want-
that
Oh,
people
have
will.
fun. Doing
Yeah, have fun
Kaido.
saying it. Fully agree. Now,
Have
now the real
fun.
question: if we're right, the real question comes in: do you pull on Annie or do you pull on the 2.5 times Luffy Zoro with the chance to pull Kaido as well?
I think you don't need
Well,
either.
that's in a hypothetical situation.
Of
If what you
course.
said comes
Just-
true.
Just pull a year from now where all these legends.
Like,
will-
I personally think that it is still worth pulling for Kaido, but I don't think it's worth draining your gems for Kaido.
Yeah, so we'll
Like,
get
I
into
still
that
think it's
Sugo
worth a
little
couple
later, yeah.
multis. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, but like, I'm gonna put it out there. This is Captain Poppy. This is all me. I reckon that's what they're gonna do. I reckon it's gonna be that 1-0 Blitz that they did for the release of Luffy Zoro and Sober Mask. I believe that they did a 1-0 Blitz. This is it, and they're gonna release Luffy Zoro as a separate unit, as on its own banner, kind of like limited rare recruit style or like TM style, where it's like a TM legend or a Blitz legend by themselves, no batch, just them. And they're gonna have and then they're gonna release Sober Mask later on down the line, and then bring back Luffy Zoro.
Because
That's-
I feel like the part 3 banner has to be something crazy or something special. Because like this actual anniversary Suga Fest doesn't seem like anything special.
That's what I'm saying to you. That's why I mean,
Yeah.
imagine part 3 just go like says, "Oh fuck it, Kaido, Luffy Zoro both boosted." Like,
or even like, what if it was something else crazy? Like, what if it was like a global first Wano legend or some shit? Like,
man.
like
God.
I know, like Legend X Drake or some shit.
honest to God, I
Oh,
reckon they
no.
could both those avenues make sense.
Legend Kid.
Oh
Ooh.
my god, that
Kid Killer, Kid
That-
Killer. Oh, shit.
dude,
Oh,
dude,
if it's
that
Global
would-
First Kid Killer, it is over.
oh, I'm draining my bank for that.
Odin.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, dude.
I think that's
Okay, dude.
We're out here speculating the possibility this man said Odin. Now, you never know, though. Global's done some crazy shit. Like, you know,
I don't know.
V2 Whitebeard came out of the blue for Fifth Annie. They could pull some crazy shit and do, like, so we don't know. So, I want to preface everything, or like, what's the opposite to preface? We're all just guessing. We have no idea what's going on.
Or what if they just do a re-release of the Annie Sugo, but then with it, they're like, oh, also there's a new island you can farm skulls to super evolve Kaido.
Oh,
What would he even go into?
I don't know, but they could do something crazy.
Bigger
they
dragon.
could.
Some his like hybrid form before we even see it.
It's a captain action, and it's just a dragon that takes up all 6 units.
Make his end of turn damage not be negative effective.
That was all they need to do with 6+ Kaido. That's all they need to do.
He'd be broken.
He would be broken. Even more broken than he currently is.
And -3 cooldown at the start.
Okay, now you're asking.
Okay, dude.
And how many heroes wins the island when you start it?
Yeah.
I could see Odin being for 6th Annie. That'd be insane.
That's obvious. If they don't
I could
do
see
that
being New Year's. That's what I'm calling.
If they don't do Odin on like some big event, they're doing it wrong. Like, I feel like Odin has to come out this year. It makes too much sense. But I don't know. I reckon a Kid Killer shout's really good. I reckon Luffy Zoro early release also might make sense. And a potential 6+ Kaido event would also make sense for this style of event. But keep your eyes open and such, because March 7th PST time we will find out, or maybe even earlier of that. We don't know yet.
It's actually I do think something is going to be coming soon for Global, because when you actually look at the IDs for certain characters, there is
space, is there?
So you've got Neo Heracles, you've got 1 space, then you've got the unevolved and the evolved V3 Cruzan, another blank 1 spot, and then you've got 6+ Whitebeard. So there are 2 singular units with no evolutions that could be coming soon. So
could be Kazuna, maybe Global First Kazuna.
Could be another support banner. It could be
maybe this is like Kizuna. Maybe it's a Kizuna Blitz.
Jeez.
Excuse me.
Have you saved up your potions, boys? Because we're going
sounds like a disaster.
Kizuna Blitz map.
It's time, boys. Let's go. But I think it's interesting. I think it's cool that we don't know what's going to happen. And it seems like, for all we know, it's going to be a very unique event that that JP hasn't received or anything else.
It's actually the first time in a really long time we haven't known what's coming.
I think like the data download for the island will come along with everything. I feel like we will find out what this island
probably
is.
halfway through the treasure map.
Halfway through the treasure map, something like that will pop by. They're like, oh, it's Yonko Blitz, guys. Yeah, like we will know.
That enthusiasm.
Yeah.
So
I like Blitz.
Wow.
5th Annie Sugo. Oh boy. So just before we start roasting or praising it, I wrote some notable stuff down. So obviously Kaido and his batch getting released. I think the best rare recruit speed out of all of them. I believe I might be wrong, but Kaido himself is incredible, fantastic legend. If you want to re-roll, now's definitely the time. 3 times legend rate, bunch of free gems being handed out. For all we know, we could get more.
Plus, you get the Straw Hat re-roll, which gives you some pretty decent stuff.
There's some amazing stuff you can go in. You can start this game. I think Stampede, Luffy, and such get put into that pool as well. I
don't know about that. I hope so, but
I might test that later on. Anyway, 3 times legend rate. This is the second time we've had a 3 times legend rate banner?
It is the second time, but we have the buffed rates now.
Yeah,
so we went from
buffed rates and then 3 times.
I think
that was the weirdest
3.5 to 4 times.
No, I think 3rd Annie we had 3 times.
We had 3 times legend rate, but we only had our base rate was 3.5% for a red.
Yeah, they've bumped up the general rate as well.
Yes,
so it's basically
it's give or take 12%.
12%. So on average, one red per multi.
Yeah,
I did a little bit of math. You know,
maths
or something.
masters.
All right,
masters in mathematics.
Five head, big brain plays. Let's go.
Big brain
There's in every multi there is a 75% chance to get a red.
Oh,
that's
shit.
All right, hold on. To get at least 1 red.
At least 1. Okay, that's even better.
That's very good.
That is very, very
And that number
nice.
doesn't go down if you get one red anyway. So it's going to every poster constantly has a very high chance of being red. So if you have a lot of gems, and I think Reddit, and everyone alike says this is Annie's the planny is what they like to say. I think that sounds dumb, but regardless, overall 3 times legend rate, Kaido, like it makes sense to burn your gems.
It very rarely gets better than that.
However, the issue comes in where it is 2 parts. I do like when it's minimal amounts of parts, and
It's 3.
Is it 3?
Yep.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah.
This banner's even worse now. But they did mention that all the parts do end up coming back, as generally we do see when we have multiple parts. We had a free multi on this banner as well. We mentioned that previously. No discounts. Odd choice, but I think JP on there. Some of their recent banners haven't had discounts. Like some of their bigger Sugos haven't had discounted multis. So I think Luffy Zoro and Sober Mask didn't have a discount, but
I was thinking though, like that seems like shit in some way, it kind of is, but it also there's not really an incentive to not go in on a single part.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
And also, one thing I wanted to highlight was the first multi's 5-star or better. Interesting choice to do it, but the way that like what confused me a lot, because obviously Global had that crazy event where like 5th and 10th multi were all red posters.
Yeah,
and everyone
was expecting that.
And everyone was speculating the hell of that. The way they've highlighted it, the first multi's 5-star or better is the exact same way that they've highlighted every all the guaranteed legend or like guaranteed limited or whatever it is, So like I don't know, this might be a different way to write that 5-star or better means another all legend thing. I highly doubt it is, but like
they would say Sugo has exclusive.
Did they say they would? But like I don't know. I just feel like the way they've highlighted, but I feel like they've highlighted that way just to like.
Well, no on the first multi.
It does technically give you a better chance at reds.
Yes, it does limit the pool overall. So
significantly.
I think so. I can imagine like it still being like a 4 times space rate still, or 4%. I mean,
you can do the math on that, and then we can come back to it next time. That's for sure. But I think it's time to get your pitchforks and torches out, because this Sugo fucking sucks. So I think a lot of people were disappointed because there was no exclusive character or guaranteed character after X amount of multis. It is definitely something that like is worthwhile being disappointed about or being upset about. However, it was kind of just like an expectation, or not even an expectation. It was just an assumption based upon the global fan base, but it never was an expectation. I mean, we've had it before, but like you can't really expect it to happen every single time. Nevertheless, it would have been nice to have something and a guaranteed legend at some point. It would have been cool if we got some exclusive new global first, but that's all right.
I don't know. Like I agree, you shouldn't like expect it every time, but you would also expect it to at least be the same as last year's Sugo. Or
at least before it as well.
It has to be better. Yeah. I think Todd made a great infographic. If you haven't checked it out, he did also make a video on it, so please do check that out as well. But 4th Annie Sugo in comparison to 5th Annie Sugo is just like it's ridiculous.
There's no hype. There's no hype at all. It's just like it's the batch that we expected. The Sugo Fest lacks discounts, and just in that alone, it's just like okay, this doesn't seem as exciting as last year.
I feel like everything rides on the limited pools. It
better be like
how exclusive those pools are.
It better be like Bullet and Kaido. That's it.
It better be like if it's any more than like 5-6 units, it's
if they do some dumb shit where they have like 10 units and there's Garp in it, I'm running up.
Yeah, dude, expect
if
that.
If V1 Big Mom's in there.
I mean, on Japan's release of this Sugo, the interesting thing about that is on Japan's Kaido Sugo, multi 6 and 9 were already limited pool legends. We have to go to multi 10 for our first limited pool. Saying that though, their limited pool included characters like Cavendish and V1 Bato and shit like that.
So I'm hoping that means that with the fact that they expect 500 gems, no discounts, so 500 gems to the 10th multi,
and the fact it's our anniversary.
You have to believe that this limited pool is going to go crazy. You have to. Tinfoil hats back on, because it has to go crazy.
This would be a whole separate discussion if we'd done this a day later. Unfortunately, they didn't want to drop the Annie news.
They
yet.
could have dropped the Annie news right now and would have had it, but
Yeah.
that's besides the point.
Yeah.
But like looking at this, okay, so we've gone to 20 multis. If you're crazy enough to do 1,000 gems in this Sugo Fest, what do you get? You get 1 guaranteed legend, 2 guaranteed legends, 3 guaranteed legends, all within 8 multis. Then on the 10th multi, you get a guaranteed limited pool legend. So what are we at? 4 legends. On the 12th multi, you get another guaranteed limited pool. So 5. On the 15th, you get another one. So 6, 18, and 20 are also guaranteed. So what did that end up as? 8 guaranteed legends from 20 multis. Plus, obviously, everything else that you can get as well. But how many limited pools were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 limited pools. From 10 to 20, there's 5.
Imagine they're the same limited pools the whole time, and you're missing all those characters, but then you get one character on the first limited pool, and then you get the same one every time.
You know what's actually kind of crazy is I just put up the infographic once again, and the thing is for the first part specifically for the 15 multis, because that's what it went up to for the steps, you get the same amount of guaranteed reds as the 20 multis for this year.
Jesus
There's
Christ.
8 guaranteed reds in 4th year and 8 for this time on the steps. That's nuts.
I don't know who decided to design this Sugo Fest, but it is terrible.
They were mad at us.
Well, look, that's another thing as well. Is I mentioned it a lot on stream when I streamed yesterday. Is the fact that this Sugo Fest, it is a very good Sugo, but it's a bad anniversary Sugo.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the way that it is.
Terrible anniversaries.
If this had come out kind of like JP style, where like 1-0 campaign and then Kaido was released, if we had just got like a 1-0 campaign that wasn't Annie and we got a 3 times legend rate Sugo Fest that had limited pool 20 steps, people would be going nuts. People would say, all right, time to pull 3 times legend rate, let's go.
100%.
But it's because it's Annie, there's a lot of expectation. Like aside from a guaranteed and discounts and yada yada yada, there's a lot of expectation in.
I don't think they're that crazy to expect those things.
I think discount. I agree.
Especially because last year had 2 steps along the way that were discounted.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Global kind of threw the 2-step discount out the window ages ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've slowly been phasing it. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they're going back to just 50 gem multis.
Which
like,
I wouldn't have a problem with that if the steps were better.
It really doesn't make sense in my head because like the 30 gem multis are such a good idea because that's what tempts people to buy gems and spend for them.
Yeah,
you know?
you do the first one.
I've got 28 gems. I only need a handful more.
Yeah,
you do the 30, and then on multi number 2 or 3 is another legend. So okay, I'll do one more, and you get a terrible legend. Okay, I'll go to 5 or 6, and then you see yourself going to 12. You're like, what the hell am I doing? You've spent all your gems now. But I don't know.
I hope they listen.
3 times legend rate isn't enough, man. It's not enough to bring.
There's
this
too many
back.
legends now.
I know that 3 times legend rate. I'm gonna get shafted like V2 Kata, but if I was to pull, like it's just gonna be all old legends. It's gonna be a very very slim chance. Plus, aside from the pools, it's how high is Kaido rated?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Totally depends on the rates and what's the limited pools.
If Kaido's equal highest, bullshit, Sugo. Don't pull. If Kaido is not the highest, don't pull. If Kaido is the highest, okay.
I'm expecting Kaido to be the equal highest, and if he isn't at least equal highest, it's a fast, dude.
Yeah, dude. Equal highest with Garp. Enjoy.
Oh man,
bro, please no.
Like what happened to who were the dudes that structured the V2 slasher Sugo, dude? That Sugo was god tier.
That Sugo was fucking crazy.
Holy shit, that Sugo was good.
That Sugo gave me carrot, so
because I was literally not going to pull in that Sugo. I had it marked down on my skip, and as soon as I saw like the rates and the steps, I'd pulled.
It was a really good Sugo, and that was a buff one from JP. That was a JP shaft, to be honest, because they introduced it to Global, made it 2 times, and the 2 slashes were the highest rated legends that you could pull, and like so many people pulled them.
Significantly high rated.
Yeah,
it has to be the same for this Sugo. If Kaido, I won't even accept if it's equal highest. He has to be the highest rated legend
with Bullet and whatever the other top tier legend for the banner is.
And he has to be the highest, and he has to be significantly higher. At least in part 1, he has to be the solo highest rated. Part 2, he'll be
like he's going to be like what, like a 0.35, 0.4. That would be sick.
Minimum. He has to be. If he isn't at least like 3.5, like this Sugo's cap. You should not.
I'm gonna
pull
say
on this Sugo.
that is a very high expectation.
It
Yeah.
has to be though. When
It
you're
does,
releasing a
it does,
structure
I
like
agree.
that, like there's no other way to redeem it than by saying, "Hey, Bullet's the single highest pullable legend." Like you can't do it otherwise. Or if you make him equal highs, the limited pools have to go crazy. For people to go to 10 multis minimum, 500 gems, like they have to. Those limited pools have to be insane. Because otherwise, I don't know what's gonna happen, man. Because like this Sugo might just flunk outright. I mean, it's Annie. People are gonna pull regardless. People don't listen to a lot of like everyone's opinion at the end of the day, and that's perfectly fine. If you've been saving up for this for this Sugo and you want Kaido, by all means, this is probably your best opportunity to get Kaido.
That's facts, actually. Yeah.
But if you're conscious of the fact that we have very good, and I mean we have excellent Sugos coming up. Kuromasaki Nami, fantastic. Furry Ace, very much slept on legend. He's also incredibly powerful in itself. With Snake Man, if you don't have a lot of like new legends and you're running Snake Man, Halloween Ace is fantastic. Christmas Chopper, skip it or whatnot, but that captain,
you can skip that one.
That captain ability in itself though is still very unique. And if you are like in the shamble for candy, which you shouldn't be, you know, by all means, like pull on that one too. But then after that, holy shit, Zoro Luffy and Sober Mask. That's Sugo 2.5 times legend rate. I hope it isn't as shit as JP's was, but that Sugo's gonna go wild as well. And then after that as well, you have Pudding and Nami Robin.
Nami Robin, holy
you know what
shit.
I mean? That's even crazier. Like that might even shift my focus to pulling on them rather than Luffy Zoro.
Like
they are so good.
Like, because with all these massive banners coming out, I can actually see, because like there was a big celebration when Nami V2 and Komurasaki came out. I can see that like being similar to the slashes where they release it as a 2 times for global. I could see that.
Oh, that's
What if part 3 is Nami and Kuromasaki?
Then I'll be glad I'm not pulling for fucking Kaido because I'll be pulling for.
Man, yeah, Kobe wants that.
We're gonna.
Komurasaki.
She's so fucking good.
I'm going in for Nami. I'm going in Nami. In for Nami.
Hey!
Hello.
He made that so obvious. I'm going in Nami. I mean, I'm going in for Nami. Get out of here.
What are you talking about? Man, it's late.
But all right, I'm a blanket statement. I need just one solo answer, yes or no. If you pull on 5th Annie, do you eat glue?
Yes.
No.
It depends how many legends you're missing.
Knight, what do you think? You've been coasting a little bit. What do you think of this whole banner and the whole thing?
I don't know. I don't really care. You pull. I didn't fucking pull it. I got him for free. I don't give a fuck.
He did get it. That's
I saw that.
Oh my god.
What do you think? Do you think this is a glue eating banner?
Nah.
It's not.
I don't know. It depends on how many you're missing.
I think that might be the case. I think that might be the case where it's like if you are missing like 20 or 30 legends and you have like
even then, like I'm missing like 7 and I still want to pull.
But I reckon the average player at this point might be missing maybe 20 to 30. I think give or take, right? That's a completely ballpark number, but I'd say like the average player that farms TM to 7 mil gets all the red tickets. On average, you'd be missing maybe 20 to 30 or so. If you're missing that many, you had 500 gems for this banner, like you will cut that number in half, most likely guaranteed. If you really want to get a lot of legends, like the opportunity is now. 3 times legend rate. Hopefully the limited pools are really strong. So if you are going up to those higher steps, then you will be rewarded basically for pulling those ones. And hopefully Kaido's rate is good. Because if Kaido's rate isn't good, then this is a complete breeze.
I mean, like what I said, what I was going through earlier was just like, yeah, I think you should probably still pull, but don't drain your gems. Like, don't go to 0. But I think doing 3 or maybe 6 multis, I still think it's worth it if you have the gems to do it because the rate's just so high for a red.
Yeah.
I am actually curious how many legends the average player is missing. I kind of want to make a Reddit poll just so I can feel better about myself.
People lie on those, man. That's bullshit. If you started like an account and you just did the bare minimum on everything, you could probably find out.
Yeah, I remember one time I made a poll like asking for pyro level, and there was like 20 responses of pyro level 1,000 plus.
And that was back in the day when we knew all the pyro level 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay,
there was only like 12 at the time.
All right. So that's that, I guess.
Let's go, Kobe.
What do we think?
It's gonna be exciting.
It will
Kind
be
of.
exciting. And we will most likely, our next podcast will be,
Probably after.
it should be around the start of part 3.
Mhm.
We might push it backwards, depending on how we feel about like Annie and farming and whatever. If we push it backwards, then most likely there's gonna be a guest. Hopefully, I don't even know anymore. I'm just talking to everyone, and people are clowning on me a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. Because it will be worthwhile when we have a lot of people lined up at the moment, so it will be exciting. Any other news, content, anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything going on in your lives? We don't really talk about ourselves much. How's everyone going?
I don't do much. I work to get money for this game.
He got a job, guys. Joe
He got
got
a
Yeah.
job.
got
Joe
a
got a
job.
job.
We're
I'm
gonna
so
pull.
proud of him. He has money now. He's not broke. I mean, he probably still is broke, but that's fine.
Wait,
But
wait, that
I have a higher proportion of my income that I can spend on
He has
OPTC
more
now
disposable
without hating
income.
myself.
nice.
So,
And that's
and then
Cobb got
we're
a
going
promotion.
in for
I
Nami.
did get a promotion.
So he's got money as well. So all the homies eating tonight.
shit.
We're
Good
eating
shit.
good. Yeah. We haven't even started with the questions. We've got some questions too.
Oh shit, we do have some questions.
I was gonna say.
I tell everyone, man lost his train of thought, being upset and crying about it. All right, question time. 3 questions, man.
I think
Here we go.
3 questions is tidy.
I think so too. I think me and Cobb have kind of decided now. We're just gonna grab all the questions and then we're just gonna decide what we answer. We're gonna keep it in our channels and then All right, so Joba has a question. He says, when Cobby and Todd gonna play Resident Evil 5 with Joba?
Never.
That's a good question. I feel
Nah, we'll play the new multiplayer Resident Evil game
Yeah,
together.
dude. We'll play Resistance when it comes out.
There you go. You heard it here first. You
It
hear
looks sick.
live stream coming. Boys.
Ooh.
Another question from Lynx ZXX. This guy is a big fan. I shout out to him. He's always active on social media. So bless up. What game will die first? OPTC or Blazing?
I didn't even know Blazing was still alive.
Didn't Blazing already die?
No, Blazing got some like crazy Korokoro scans or some shit. Like some crazy stuff.
Wow, man. I bet like 30 people minimum were happy about that. 60 maximum.
I don't know. That's a hard one to say.
I think OPTC isn't dying anytime soon.
Neither do I.
I think OPTC is still
yeah.
making enough money to stay afloat, and they will continue to make enough money to
I think it's
to
fine.
stay afloat.
At least the Japanese version, like One Piece is huge in Japan. I don't think they can be
dude.
underestimated.
I think
I
if
feel like-
if global dies, I feel like a lot of people will just get JP accounts.
There's another thing to think about too. There's always like more One Piece coming out. There's no more Naruto coming out other than Boruto, I guess.
Yeah, but
Well,
Boruto
yeah.
isn't even in Blazing.
And Boruto has his own game, the Naruto Boruto
Yeah,
game
it's
as well.
freaking garbage.
Ooh.
So, I mean, they really spread out the whole Naruto. It's like 5 or 6 different games. They're all
Yeah,
terrible.
they're really milking that cow.
Yeah, I hope
So to
they
answer the
die.
question, Blazing will die before OPTC.
Yep.
Stan Mehawk, he asks, least favorite and most favorite One Piece arc.
Ooh.
Are we going to answer as a
Piece
group? We're going to answer individually.
Okay, I can answer solo.
Go
So
for it, mate.
favorite arc is Ennie's Lobby. Least favorite is Long Ring Long Land.
Okay.
That's
Come
my
on,
favorite.
bro.
I wouldn't even count that as a separate arc.
Nora Nora Beam? That's OP as shit. You're really going to sleep on my man?
Fam.
Come on, man.
All right. Anyone else want to take the stage?
I can't off the top of my head think of my least favorite, but my most favorite is Sabaody. Sabaody.
Pre
That's
or
really-
post?
Post. I mean, or no, pre, because
Pre.
you know it's so fucking dark. Like they fight Kuma, they
Kuma
fight
fucks shit up,
Kizaru.
dude.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
they're all beaten up, and then the Kizaru shows up. It's just
And then
some
Luffy
shit.
starts crying like a little bitch.
It-
Go
oh,
and
and-
save
and
my friends. Yeah,
I think that's when you learn that there's like this whole slavery thing going on in the One Piece world. It just
Yeah.
gets dark.
It's the
It gets
introduction
dark
to
from
the
there.
Celestial Dragons.
Yeah, some
goats.
shit.
Oh, yeah. I
And one of my favorite scenes in the series, actually, which I didn't really like at first, is when Usopp is about to ask Rayleigh whether the One Piece is real.
That is,
and then
bro.
Luffy,
That is
like,
so
flips
slept
that.
on as.
Oh
That
man,
is so slept on as a
And-
scene.
And also Rayleigh asks Luffy if he can be the one to conquer the Grand Line, and Luffy's like, I don't want to conquer shit. I just want to be the most free person.
And also,
I was
like, the
like,
whole,
"Oh, fuck,
the
that's
whole
it."
with Robin as well. Robin's like, what the hell's the voice entry? He's like, I could tell you.
Yeah.
He's like, I could ruin everything for you right now.
How much time you got?
I got 100
So
years.
good.
Robin's like, nah, no spoilers, Kurt.
She's like, I take it back, bro. Fuck. I think for me, Ennis Lobby definitely holds it down because like I feel like there's just some mad power ups and that and we got to see a whole bunch of new shit. Gear 2, Gear 3.
Gear 2 was sick.
Ashura
introduction
Zoro
was
is so slept on and hasn't been used since, and I'm so upset that Oda just doesn't keep abusing Ashura Zoro because that shit was so crazy when it happened. And then Sanji's like just catches on fire, he starts fucking shit up, and it's like, bro, that boy controller, that's the last five.
Monster
bender right
Chopper.
there.
Even Monster
miss those
Chopper was a
days.
good moment.
Monster
I
was
miss those days
crazy.
when,
Yeah,
like
Monster
back in
Chopper
the day when they
was
were
nice.
like a fewer people. Actually, no, they had the full crew by then, except for Brooke maybe. But they like everyone got one villain to fight.
That was
And I
dope.
thought that was really cool.
That was dope.
And now Luffy just fights them all one by one.
Yeah, he slowly progresses his way up to the final. He's playing his full in a game. That was literally Whole Cake Island. He's literally fought everyone.
Yep.
I'd still love a Luffy Lucci rematch.
Oh,
That's coming.
Eventually, it'll be coming.
CP0 pulling up. They're doing some crazy shit. I don't know what they're doing, but
For Stampede 2.
Oh,
shit.
you know,
Yeah,
I was
hell
in the last TM, I was fighting Dofi with a raid Lucci, and I was wondering who would win between the two, between Doflamingo and
Surely
Lucci.
that's just another video.
What? Nah,
Yeah.
Dofi destroys Lucci.
I think
Think so?
Dofi. I think Dofi fucking
Dofi.
wrecks.
Dofi is so strong.
After time skip, like we haven't seen Lucci fight after time
Bro,
skip. I
he's
don't
God
think.
threat.
Bro,
That boy
Dofi
makes everything in
is
the string.
Pre-time skip Luffy beats pre-time skip Lucci, and then Gear 4 had to be used twice against
Literally,
Dofi.
Max Luffy at the time had to beat probably not Max Doffy.
Nah,
Yeah,
Dofi's too OP. His Devil Fruit's way too strong.
Yeah,
Bro, the
that's
fact that he turns everything, he's like, yeah, I can already awaken my
Dofi also has
Head.
Conqueror's Haki.
I got a feeling this might be another video.
Yeah,
Just saying. Just saying.
Ooh.
Comment it up. Tell us what kind of
What
content
matchups
you want to see. We'll do some crazy shit.
Yeah, me.
We
I'm
can
gonna
do
fight everyone.
matchups. We
Like
can do
honestly, I think
list.
I think a fight that would be closer would be
Me
Dofi
versus
versus.
Joba.
Well,
That'd be-
no, I don't know.
Nah,
But Dofi versus Katakuri would be much closer.
Okay, hold
Ooh.
on.
That would be much closer.
I'd beat the shit out of Dofi.
I think Kata wins. I still think Kata pulls out.
That
Yeah.
I don't
I mean, he
know.
probably does, but
Dofi
like,
kind of OP.
I don't know, man.
Katakuri's OP as well.
Katakuri's gonna kill Dofi.
Young Linlin versus Mother Carmel.
Come on.
All right, and next question.
Please.
Next question.
Oh my god.
This one's via YouTube, so shout out to Goes Astray. He asked favorite One Piece OP and favorite anime OP if it's different. All right, what are you
Easy.
thinking?
The first original classic opening is timeless. There's very few other anime openings.
Old ass
period.
bitch.
Wait, the English one or the
Oh, 4
The
kids.
first
Let's
one.
go.
Dream it.
Oh,
the
wait,
film
how-
one?
Get up, you don't want to hear karaoke for the 4 kids?
Hell
Let us know down below.
no.
We'll make a video.
I got
I think
two,
for
man.
me, of One Piece, Hard Knock Days is probably my favorite.
Yeah,
that
that's up there.
That shit hits
I
so
was gonna say me
hard.
and Todd probably have very similar favorites.
Yeah, these two are my favorites. Number 6 and 18.
I do remember
Okay.
the first one during the time skip was really good, and the one that like first revealed Sulon Carrot, I thought was really
Yeah.
got me hyped.
Oh,
So-
superpowers.
Yes, my favorites are Hard Knock Days and Superpowers. Easy.
Knight, what are you thinking?
I'm trying to see. I think it's 17 for me. 17 and 20.
Pre-Hard Knock Days. What was that?
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
what
the
was
first Dressrosa opening. The
Oh,
wake
that
up.
one was
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
No,
that was
that
so
one-
Wake Up
that
was
one was
good as
deep.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that when Sanji and Zoro and Luffy fight the admirals?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes,
fucking
that
love
was
that.
good.
shit.
That was
That
good.
ain't ever happening, bitch.
Not in our lifetimes.
That's for true, bro.
And opening 20 is a lot of people love that one.
Over 20
Was
hit.
that was the one before
Oh, great,
Superpowers,
dude.
right?
That was the first whole
Yeah.
Cake opening.
Was
The
that
one,
the one where?
Hope.
Oh, that was
Oh, okay.
was
No,
good.
I think it was the one before Hope. I hated that.
Yeah, that was We Can. That was the
good.
Zoro
Oh,
opening.
Weekend was
Yeah, no,
dude.
that one was shit.
Yeah, didn't like that at all.
And
Alright.
favorite OP?
Favorite anime OP in general? Anyone got one? Joe probably has like 7.
Yeah, I have a lot. Like,
All right,
you
run,
know,
run,
I'm
run the
I'm an
list.
old
Run the
guy.
list.
All right, all the Dragon Ball Z ones are fucking timeless.
Dragon Ball does it really well.
There's a couple of like meme ones that I really like. Like if you remember the Umaru anime, that was one of the first ones that got me back into anime, and I really like it. Like I know, but the One Punch Man is super classic.
One Punch Man hit. AOT season 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
Attack on Titan.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Quick modified question for you guys. I assume
shit.
you've all seen Attack on Titan. Which
Yes,
Attack
sir.
on Titan opening is your favorite one?
1.
The first one.
No,
Yeah,
I forgot that. I'll have to look it up.
All right,
First
now
one, the first one hits way too hard, bro.
this is a contested one. I always disagree with people. The one for season 3, part 1, the one that's like different from all the rest. You know, the one that's like emotional and shit. I forgot what it's
Fuck
called.
that shit, man. I want to go
Okay,
crazy.
yeah,
bro.
my favorite AOT opening is the Shinzo vs Sasageo.
Oh,
That's season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, when's season 4?
Bro, I don't fuck anime, fuck cartoons, bro. I should trash.
Actually, no. If we talk about more anime OPs, a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh ones are good.
Yo, Yu-Gi-Oh hit, bro.
Fucking-
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh GX 4 kids opening that shit go crazy, bro.
How did I forget this one? Demon Slayer and
Yes.
Dr. Stone.
Flavor of
Right.
the week,
So
anyway.
good. No,
that one hit
it's timeless. It's so good. The
This
manga's
man's saying
bang.
timeless. That shit like less than a year old. I ain't timeless.
It is now. It don't have to start.
Any Yu-Gi-Oh GX opening you hit.
Kirifuda for Arc 5? Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5?
Mm,
That one hit different.
a lot of the Arc 5 openings are good.
My favorite easy, probably Asphyxia for Tokyo Ghoul Re.
Yeah.
What anime have I even watched? I don't even know.
I didn't even watch cartoons, bro.
I don't fuck with anime. Anime is trash, bro. I'd rather watch
the Death Note
Good, Great,
openings are pretty
Perfect.
cool.
Yeah.
Death Note has good openings.
Bro. Death Note one shot, okay? Make that shit.
Dude, the Death Note one
animated.
Oh my
Animated. Animated.
Actually, Hunter x Hunter 2011 has good opening.
Hunter hit.
Yeah, all of its endings are good too.
Kuroko no Basket 7.
Ooh, yep, that hits.
Any Haikyuu opening, that should go crazy too.
I've never seen Haikyuu.
Bro, Haikyuu better than Kuroko no Basket. That's all I gotta say, man. I know Cobb's gonna snap, but that's perfectly fine.
Podcast here.
Oh, a lot of the Pokemon openings are good. They're just like nostalgic.
That's true.
Yeah, I have a lot that are like really nostalgic, and like if you guys remember the original Full Metal Alchemist, those first
Yeah.
couple of openings, they hit me hard in the nostalgia bone.
I do like some of the Brotherhood ones. They're good.
I never watched Brotherhood.
Oh,
I
what
need
a
to watch
Gurren
that shit.
Lagann's opening.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
You're
bro.
at the manga?
Nah.
Drobo's a fucking degenerate. He'll go read some
no,
weed shit, but he won't watch
when I
the
was a-
goddamn classic.
I read some of it when I was younger, but I never finished it.
Okay.
I never watched Gurren Lagann either.
Cruel Angel Thesis.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
a bit of nostalgia for you.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Evangelion, get on that shit right
Yeah,
this
dude.
second.
I actually don't like a lot of the My Hero openings.
No, they're all trash. The whole
I just
anime
don't
is
like.
trash.
I just don't like.
No, it's good. It's a fun series.
My Hero sucks.
No, it does not.
Imagine having an anime where all the main characters are so fucking unlikable. It's not funny.
That's on gang. That's on baby, bro. He's so
Are
right.
we watching the same series?
We definitely are, and they're all
Man.
shit.
Oh, yo, how do we forget JoJo openings, dude?
Oh, okay, no,
my
no.
god,
Get outta
dude,
here.
JoJo
Alright.
is the best.
What's
I'm-
the best JoJo opening?
I'm backing out of this conversation.
Oh, there's so many good ones. Like the first
Oh,
one, for
part
part
4.
3.
Part 4.
Part 4
Yeah,
was
I
funky.
I fucking love Chase from Part 4.
Ace is
Yeah.
god tier.
Oh,
Chase
the
is
second
amazing.
Golden Wind opening was really good. I
Okay.
enjoyed that a lot. Like they're all good. That's the thing. Like they're all good. They're all enjoyable in their own way, except for the last one for part 4. I didn't like that. one.
No, Shining.
Yeah, no, screw that
No,
one.
no, no. Nice,
Nah.
bro. You gotta listen to the.
No, that's
other-
trash.
Come on.
Well, if
I
you
do
want to
a-
hear more anime discussion, let us know.
Bro,
We
get
are.
on these videos, bro. We're
Bro, we
smashing-
have. We can make hella content. We just want to know what you guys want. We want to start releasing random shit that no one wants to watch or listen to, because this is going to be YouTube exclusive content. It's not going to be like separated to audio
Ooh.
only for the podcast. So
And the
people on
Naruto openings.
YouTube, let us
I
know
do-
what you want.
That real quick though, amendment to the question before about the favorite One Piece arc.
Man's changed 3 questions, man. What you doing?
I know,
bro?
I know.
I'm sorry. I just gotta defend an arc that I think is slept upon heavily, and that's Punk Hazard. I thought that was really
Yeah,
good.
Bro, Punk Hazard
No.
sucked.
I hate
What?
No,
Oh,
in
man.
what?
Okay,
In
Punk Hazard
what
had
way?
good moments. Punk Hazard had really good moments, but the whole arc
I really
sucked.
like that Smoker and Tashigi work together with the Straw Hats. That's my favorite shit going on
She
there.
looking
And then you-
good. That's about it, bro. That's the only
That's
saving
true.
there. She looking nice with
We need a dual unit of those two with the swapped bodies.
Ooh.
We already have it.
Dude.
It
Nah,
is 2
swap
separate
bodies, though.
units, though.
Yeah, but we need a dual unit of it.
Put them in the same team. Call it a day, sir.
Tashigi shit.
Oh my!
Oh my
I'm
god.
in here.
Oh, no, we're not
And you
getting
know
into
what?
this conversation.
No.
Tashigi got clapped by Monet.
I'll clap Tashigi right now,
Oh
bro.
my
You know-
God.
Hey.
Tashigi got
Hey.
beat up by Monet.
Oh my
Bro, Monet can get it too, bro. Hey, fuck it. If you want to see a waifu, let us know down below.
We
'cause
will be making
Todd won't
that
be in the
waifu
vid
tier
because
list.
his ideas suck on
Oh,
waifu.
come on.
Yeah, yeah. We should have done it when he was on vacation. I don't know
We
why
really
we did.
should have. Just
We should have done it for Valentine's Day.
we should have
Hey,
just
let's do it
roasted
right
the
now,
two.
finally.
No, we're not doing it right, bro. The podcast is going on for 30 years. and we're
I'll
gonna do
tell
it
you.
right now.
Carrot S tier, rest A tier.
Okay, Job is out.
Get out of
Alright.
here.
So Carrot ain't getting S tier, but there were some questionable things in Todd's tier list. That if you want to see us do a waifu tier list again, let us know.
I'm using
down
my golden
below.
buzzer on Carrot.
All right, we'll get one buzzer. They're getting the buzzer tier. That's about it. Todd.
Oh
all right,
my
all
god.
right. Nah, it makes sense. But without further
It
ado,
does.
guys, thank you all for listening.
Oh
to
yes.
Thank you all for listening to another episode of Good Great Perfect. We really do appreciate it. I didn't mention it at the start, but thanks everyone for the continued support, listening to all the podcasts on Anchor. I really do appreciate it. We all do as well. Watching all the videos on YouTube and subscribing as well. We are eking ever so slightly to that 1,000 sub mark. And when we hit that 1,000 sub mark, hopefully some big things will happen for this podcast. We are pushing forward though. Overall, we're going to continue making a lot of content as we see fit. As we continue to making the podcast, you will be seeing us make this podcast as it is. Yeah, we will continue this. Hopefully next hopefully there's a guest on. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still working out the kinks. There are a few people in line. I know people have been saying get Meme Machine. I will talk to Meme Machine. I already have asked him in the past. He said he is down. I will start setting up some dates for Meme Machine as well. But Meme Machine, if you are listening, do a fucking Sugo collab with Todd for Annie, you know, and then hop on the pod as well. You can discuss how shit it was. How about that?
Okay.
I'll put that out there too. I'll call some people out. We are working on all that kind of stuff as we always do. But if you haven't, follow us on Instagram. Jesus.
Instagram.
Hey y'all, Instagram. Nah, but follow us on Instagram and Twitter at GGP Podcast. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Good, Great, Perfect. We have been upping that number, but there's still 25% of you on average that watch the podcast and don't subscribe. So if that's one of you right now listening, hit the sub button. We really do appreciate it. Also, likes and comments. Comment about anything. If you got questions, comment them down below. Cobb's now just settling into his new job, so he'll start scanning the internets again for questions galore. So leave them down below. You got suggestions? You got things you want to bring up? You want to talk about some specific stuff? You want us to talk about some specific stuff in the podcast as well? Leave that stuff down below.
You know, have a very happy and safe 5th Annie, everyone. Whether
Of
you
course.
fall or not.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
good luck.
definitely
game.
have a safe one. Have a safe one indeed.
Yeah, good luck.
Don't
to
quit.
everyone.
Don't rage quit over Annie.
Yeah, everyone, good luck when it comes to anniversary. We all do hope everyone's pools go fantastic and everyone pulls exactly what they want. Like we said, be safe. Don't spend too much out of your budget on Annie. It's just the game at the end of the day. But I mean, Ninja would yell at me if I said it's just the game. But that's
You can't all have Toadski level pulls.
What the fuck
I'm
you say
sorry.
to me, you little shit?
Without further ado, Cobb, Joba, Knight, Todd, we will see you all next time. I've been Captain Puppy. See you all later. Peace.
Peace.
Later.
Bye.
Adios.